My top fragrances for staying warm in the wintertime.
Kicking things off, guys, and the number 3 spot is going to have to be Dior Homme Intense. I'm surprised I've had this for about 3 years and I've still got a good core of the juice left. I think that is just a testament to how powerful this stuff is. I don't know about the reformulations. A lot of people have said about being unhappy with later batches. This is from 2012, something like that. Like I said, I've had about 3 years and it's just super powerful in a beautiful, glorious way. You know, it does. Some people say powerful and they just think alcoholic. You don't get that from this. This is just elegance, class, beautiful, warming, just perfection, you know? And I'm hamming this up quite a bit, and you would think, why isn't he number 1 spot? Purely because make room for some newcomers, you know, gotta give them the time of day. A lot of people know about Dior Homme Intense, Iris, as with the Dior Homme line, classic Iris. Lavender at top, that's done in a beautiful, calming, warming, invite you in, snuggle you up kind of way. And then the smoothest of smooth woods for the dry down. This is just, I smell this and I think of warmth, you know? It's beautiful. A few sprays will go a long way, as I said. Bit more for the classier sort of thing, you know, perhaps work scenarios, going to an event, going on a night out. I wouldn't wear this super casually, personally, but a total knockout scent, guys. Dior Homme Intense. In second place, guys, is a fragrance that I talk about quite a bit. I love the house. I love their packaging. I love their names. I love everything that I've smelled by them so far. But especially for the colder months, would have to be Slow Explosions by the house Imaginary Authors. This fragrance is brilliant. It's so unique to me. I think that's mainly because it's got a note in there of saffron, which I personally don't have in my collection too much. I can't even think of a fragrance right now that I own or have smelled that has saffron in it. But it just comes across wonderfully, like so good. Apparently the notes in there are, you know, saffron, rose, leather. There may be a floral element as well, and then cashmere at the base. I think it states on Fragrantica. There's also apple listed on Fragrantica, but you can find on Looking, Feeling, Smelling Great. He did an interview on that channel with Josh Meyer, the creator, or the nose behind Imaginary Authors. And he actually said that he also guessed this apple vibe coming from it, but there's not actually any apple in it. It just seems to be that sort of rose and saffron combination, creating sort of this juicy apple vibe. And I do, after about 10-15 minutes, get a sort of appley kind of nature to the smell. But it is just a warming, almost not such like a spiced apple, but it does remain the warmth from the sort of saffron and the leather that's still in there, but it's kind of done in a juicy way. Absolutely beautiful. I think of all the Imaginary Author fragrances that I would want to buy a full bottle of, this would be top of the list, guys. And obviously, it's a company that offers samples as well. So, you know, pop on their website. I'll leave a description below. Definitely worth at least picking up 1 or 2 samples. The number 1 spot, guys, I'm getting in close. I want to connect. The number 1 spot is a fragrance that I accidentally smelt a few years ago. I'll tell you right off the bat, it's from Penhaligon's. Okay, Penhaligon's isn't talked about crazily on the YouTube community, which, in my opinion, is unjust. I think it's a brilliant house. I think they take a lot of time in their aesthetics, their packaging, everything like that. Anyway, long story short, I bought something from Penhaligon's store. They give me a beautiful packaging, beautiful box. The amount of times I've said beautiful in this video is crazy. I know. Anybody who wants to do a little count and leave how many times I've said it in the comments, I'd be curious to know. But they sprayed in that bag a smell that I didn't know what it was. I didn't smell it at the time. When I got home, I took the box of the fragrance that I purchased. I took it out of the bag, and with it come a waft of just brilliance. One of the best smells I've ever smelled in my life. It was just everything. I don't know whether it was because of the time of the year. It was cold then as well. It was beautiful. It was elegant. It was glorious. It was regal. And I never found out what it was. Anyway, fast forward a couple of years, I go into a Penhaligon store recently, and they've got an oil diffuser and it's pumping out this exact same smell. I asked them what it is. They tell me that it is none other than Halfeti by Penhaligon's. He said, "That's the smell you can smell today, sir, and I can sell you a bottle of that if you want." I didn't at the time, and the reason being is because I've only ever smelt it out of a bag and as an oil diffuser. You know, you want to get a sample. The company do offer samples, so why not? You know, I thought I'd spray it on skin. Received it today, I sprayed it on skin. Oh my God. It's so good. It's so good. I'm not going to read the notes to you guys. Fragrantica is what I use for that. Fragrantica.com if you want to, you know, go ahead and check out the notes. There's a whole list of notes. I think the main thing that they go for, from what I read, is rose and oud. And it's done in a juicy, warm, stunning way. I really can't speak highly enough of this, especially for the fact it's just not talked about. It was released last year, but it kind of smells and looks as well. You know, the bottle has the same design. It looks like it's been around for a lot longer. I don't think this would be for the young generation. I mean, I'm 25. I'm still quite young, but I couldn't imagine someone this rocking in a high school. It's not a casual scent. I couldn't imagine like wearing this to the gym or just wearing it out and around the house. This is, you want people to notice you. You go into an event, maybe even work. But I probably would reserve it for those close encounters, you know, like date nights, things like that. This is just unreal, guys. At least do yourselves a favour and get a sample of it, especially if you like oud, rose, maybe a little bit different though, you know, something a little bit different. This smell, man, you just want to cuddle someone. Anybody, just walk down your local street, wear it, just grab them, hold them close, real close. Number 1, Halfeti by Penhaligon's. That's been my top 3 fragrances for the winter of 2016, guys. I'd be well interested to see what you're rocking this winter. Please feel free to leave a comment below. Actually, another quick thing I want to see in the comments. Would you rather... I'm a big fan of these would you rather questions. Would you rather be at an event, like a wedding or, you know, a birthday, I don't know, an event, and be wearing a bad-looking suit or a bad-smelling fragrance? What would be worse? Bad fragrance with a nice suit, bad suit with a nice fragrance. I must say, Roger, this is quite an interesting party. You've got some real trampy-looking people, but by God, it smells fantastic in this room. Or, hey, what a nice suit that guy's wearing. I better introduce myself. Pleased to meet you.